provide a certificate, magbibigay tayo ng link, post-training evaluation, and then link para makapag-request kayo ng e-certificate. And then after this workshop, our key takeaways is the importance of communication skill, why it's very important for business and career advancement, and then what our tools and methods for fostering collaboration in remote hybrid work environments. So it will last for 1.5 hour of virtual workshop. So I just want to see if we are so far so good. So far so good. SFSG naman dyan. Can you please type SFSG if you're so far so good? Type SFSG, so far so good. Thank you. And there you go. Yes. We have 30 participants and then I just saw 60 registered. So possible baka mamaya humabol sila. So let's start with our module overview. So we're going to unlock your potential with the power of effective communication and collaboration. So by prioritizing a clear and open dialogue to your team, and you can achieve a common goals and drive growth more efficiency. That's very important, right? Effective communication and collaboration, even in a remote setup or on-site setup, right? And what is the importance of effective communication? Why? Bakit to importante? Why communication matters? Anyone? I want you to type it on the chat box. Bakit importante ang communication? Why communication matters? I want to engage everyone. Bakit importante? Lalo na sa mga students, sa mga new employees natin dyan, leaders to connect. Yes, thank you so much, Anne. In order for us to understand each other. Yes, thank you so much. A collaboration. Yes. Aside from your title, I assume, yes, changing ideas, also for feedback and response. Yes, that's very important. Even hindi tayo nagkikita on-site, we can do communication tool that we can use, right? There's a lot of tools and method that we can use. Thank you so much, James, Joshua, Eddie, and Anne. Thank you so much for engaging here. It also allows to express our feelings. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Aldrin. Yes. To deliver clear understanding between speaker and listener. Yeah, that's very important. Yes. Continue. This is what are we going to do right now? We're going to talk about the rules of communication and business success. So this is very important that we are going to facilitate information sharing. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, information sharing, your thoughts. It also enhances decision making, right? Going to annotate here, annotate. Spotlight, yes. As I saw on our chat box, right, facilitates information sharing. It also enhances decision making and builds strong relationship. Yeah, tamang-tama sa mga sagot nyo kaganina sa chat box. And it will boost productivity. That is very important na makita natin ang outcome if we have an effective communication. So for why or bakit, 'di ba? Bakit kailangan ng communication sa businesses? Siyempre to share information, to enhance decision making, it builds strong relationship to each other, and then it will boost the productivity. Yes. And let's start with facilitate information sharing. Yes, it ensures the timely and accurate information dissemination, right? If you're providing an accurate and timely information dissemination, it will make our life easier, right? If we have new processes, if we have new policy, if we have new announcement, may mga changes, right? It will ensure the accurate dissemination of information. Yes, Sienna, I agree. Building relation impacts one personal growth. To understand and to be understood to provide effectively. Yes, I agree with that. Part of levels of leadership ni John Maxwell, right? If you have a better communication, right, it will follow, right? Kung ano nakita ng mga employee natin sa leader, kung maayos ba ito makipag-usap, our employee will follow the leaders, right? To understand and to understood to provide effective leadership. Siyempre, pag mahusay tayo magbigay ng information, makikinig ang ating mga empleyado or ating mga team member. And then it will reduces misunderstanding and errors. Siyempre, if we are providing timely and accurate information, mabawasan yung misunderstanding and errors, right? So, I know there's a lot of people na introvert, medyo mahiyaing magsalita, but there's another way, right? Right? There's a lot of way to provide those information like what we're doing right now. We're doing this, we're chatting each other, we are utilizing tools and method na it can be more effective in communication. That's the first one, facilitate information sharing. Next is it will enhance decision making, right? It promotes clear understanding of goals and objectives. As we start, right? Napansin niyo ba kaganina yung ating overview, our goals, our key takeaways after this workshop? I promoted it. So bakit nagbibigay si Ferdy, ba't nagbibigay si LMS ng mga ganitong workshop? Siyempre to promote communication and collaboration to everyone. So to promote clear understanding of goals and objective, and then it will encourage input from diverse perspective. So syempre, to enhance decision making, we need inputs from the team member. It will encourage everyone to provide their input. For example, I'm the leader. Hi, Anne. Hi, Mary Grace. Pwedeng bigyan mo ba ako, pwede ba akong bigyan ng feedback? Can you provide me a solution? Baka may naiisip kang much better idea aside from my idea. It will encourage, diba? Hindi kita sinasabihan na bigyan mo ko ng solution. I'm encouraging you. I'm promoting you. Can you help us? Baka may idea ka na pwede mong ibigay sa akin in a nice manner and well-maintained voice. Diba? So, it enhances decision making. Next, building strong relationship. As Sienna told earlier sa chat box, build relationship, it will impact one personal growth. If we have a strong relationship to each other, siyempre, uy, ang bait naman nito ni Sir Ferdy. Ang bait naman ni Nika. Nakikipag-communicate ng maayos sa email, sa workshop na ito, na ipag-communicate sa group chat natin, sa LMS community. It will bring or it will put up or uplift your personal growth. It will define your credibility, right? It fosters trust, rapport among team member, and it's improve employee morale and engagement. Mapapansin nila, ay, ang galing naman tong leader na to, grabe. I can feel and I can hear na talagang ang lakas ng relationship niya with us because on how he or she communicate with us, right? Maa-amaze lang sila sa ginagawa mo na talagang ramdam nila ang pagiging leader natin or as part of a team member. And then it will boost their productivity, right? So if you are providing the right instruction, right processes, right policy, instruction, or announcements, right? Ginigage mo sila na gumawa ng tama, di ba? Every morning, you're sending some motivational encouragement messages to your team. It will streamline workflow through effective collaboration, and then it will minimize workplace stress, diba? If you are announcing a very positive message every day, it will minimize the conflicts and stress sa workplace. Sino na nakaranas nito? Yung talagang may leader na talagang kinakamusta ka, May leader na talagang nagme-message sa group chat nyo na gawin ang trabaho ng tama, ibigay ng magandang outcome, 'di ba? And then may mga pa-incentive pa. Kung wala namang incentive, talagang lagi kang kinakausap na gawin mo ang tama, 'di ba? So, it will minimize the stress, 'di ba? Alam mo yung empleyado mo or yung kasamahan mo sa trabaho na stress sa sa school, na stress sa bahay, 'di ba? Pero pagpasok sa trabaho, pagpasok sa isang organization, 'di ba? Nakita nila yung paligid nila is very positive. Very positive. That's why we can definitely provide a nice output, 'di ba? Pampawala ng stress, nakakawala ng stress, 'di ba? At nakaka-boost din ng productivity. Ini-encourage mo lahat ng tao to do the right thing and then provide the right output or outcome. So, yes. What's the impact? Ano bang impact nito sa career advancement natin? There's three impact. First is leadership development sa mga magiging leaders dyan at sa mga leaders, it will impact your leadership development. Diba? If you are good in public speaking, if you are good in coaching, providing feedback, provide mentoring, it will help to develop your leadership. That's very important. It will start from that point. Next is networking and opportunities. If you are very, very effective in communication, you can definitely create a network. There's a lot of opportunities with us. That's why we have an LMS community page. We can do networking there. Diba? Sino bang open-minded dyan? Open-minded. Sino bang open-minded? Open-minded, yes. Hindi to about the other negative connotation of networking. Networking opportunities to a certain organization, right? Networking, you're going to networking other organization, kunyari sa HR group, ano ba mga business owners group, ano ba ibang grupo natin dyan? Financial consultant group, di ba? It will provide a good networking opportunities if you are providing an effective communication. Next is performance and recognition. Yes, if you are providing the right output or outcome, syempre tataas yung performance mo at mabibigyan ka ng magandang recognition. Isa-isahin natin yan. In leadership development, it will enhance effective communication in the key to successful leaders. If you are a successful leader, you must have an effective communication. Yes. And it will enhance the ability to inspire and motivate teams. That's very important. Diba? If there's a leader na tahimik lang dyan, if there's a leader talaga na talagang providing negative messages to all the team member, talagang di sila ma-inspired to do what they need to do. Diba? If you are a leader, you must have an effective, it's a must that you have an effective communication. But for let's start with listening. You need to listen first to your team member. Sa mga new generation of leaders, hindi pwedeng salita ka ng salita. Dapat nakikinig ka. And then once you hear all their sympathies or their hugot, that's the time that you're going to start to converse with them. Diba? You need to listen first before you provide some advices. And then if you're providing advices, that's the time that you're going to inspire, motivate teams to do the right thing and provide the right output or outcome to their work. Next is network. Ito sinasabi ko, networking opportunity. It will build a professional network through clear and persuasive interactions. Siyempre, makikilala si James dito, makikilala si John, 'di ba? Wow, si John, ang husay pala nito sa isang organization. Magme-message niya, so, can I invite you to join our organization? And it's also open doors to a new opportunities and career growth. Especially this kind of workshop. Yes, after this, we're going to provide a certificate na pwede natin ilagay sa ating mga credentials, sa ating mga CV. Siyempre kapag nakita nila na, they attended Ferdy Platon workshop this year. Siyempre, I do have a lot of connection in LinkedIn that can help you to promote your skills, right? It opened doors to a new opportunities and career growth. Next is performance and recognition. A clear communication of ideas leads to better performance, and also it increases the chances of recognition and promotion. Right? Clear communication is very important. The clarity that you're providing and all of your ideas to a better performance. Siyempre, pag maganda yung communication mo, maganda yung mga leads na binibigay mo, and it will increase the chances of recognition and promotion, especially if you're hitting your KPI, your key performance indicator, right? I can see a lot of people joining in. Yes, that's an impact on the career advancement. So what's the impact of the communication to team dynamics? Ito no sa team natin. Team kaganina, impact on career advancement. So ngayon naman, impact on communication on team dynamics, meaning teamwork. Anong impact nito? First, it promotes collaboration. Yes, it promotes diverse collaboration for all your team member inside the organization. Next, it improves conflict resolution. Yes, yes, yes. To answer your question, Adrian, yes. But you need to answer our post-training evaluation. Yes, so we can provide an e-certificate after the webinar. Right. So going back, it improves conflict resolution. Right. If there's an effective communication within your organization or within organizational culture, yes, it will resolve all the problem inside of our organization. Next, it will strengthen our organizational culture kapag maganda, open and honest communication tayo, it will strengthen the organizational culture. Mapa non-profit ba yan, mapa non-profit or profit organization, it will strengthen the culture. And also, it will enhance employee engagement, which is that's very important as a leader or as the owner or the CEO of the company. Kapag nakita nila na maganda ang communication within the organization, it will enhance the employee to do work, the engagement, excited sila pumasok kasi ang ganda ng kultura. So it will enhance the engagement with all the community. Isa-isahin natin. Team dynamics and organization, it promotes collaboration. It encourages an open dialogue and idea sharing. Yes, if we have a weekly huddle, monthly general meeting, or day-to-day messaging to each other, diba? If we encourage feedback, open dialogue, and idea sharing, it promotes collaboration. Uy, si boss, minessage ako. Kailangan nilang marinig ang aking ideas. Kahit rank and file lang ako, I can still provide input to the company, di ba? It promotes collaboration. Naramdam ng empleyado na kabilang siya sa kumpanya. Or pakiramdam ng isang miyembro ng isang organization na my voice is very important to this organization. It will encourage everyone. It's also create a sense of community of teamwork. Siyempre, nagbigay ka ng idea, nag-open dialogue tayo, nagbigay tayo ng feedback to each other, it creates a sense of community and teamwork. I'm very important with the team. So I need to collaborate. I need to help them. After I provide a feedback, after I provide an idea, syempre tutulong ako kasi ako nga nagbigay ng idea, di ba? So, mararamdaman ng ating mga empleyado, mararamdaman ng ating team member or the organization na I'm belong with the community. At maramdaman nila yung teamwork kahit malaki or maliit ang community, I can feel the sense of community and teamwork within the organization. All right. So next is the improvement of conflict resolution to facilitate the resolution disputes through clear and respectful dialogue. Kasi kung may maganda tayong communication, we can definitely solve problem within the organization. Yung walang sigawan, maayos na makikipag-usap with a respectful dialogue. Di ba? Parang magkakaroon tayo ng intervention meeting. Di ba? Nagkakagulo, hindi natin alam kung sino ang pakikinggan, nag-aaway na. Pero kapag we have this kind of teamwork, we have an effective leader that can handle, facilitate this dispute through clear and respectful dialogue. Nadadaan sa meeting, lahat nadadaan sa usapan, hindi sa away. Di ba? And also, it reduces the likelihood of prolonged conflicts. Di ba? Mag-move on ka na. I'm going to provide the solution. So what do we need to do na para hindi na ito maulit? Pag-usapan natin para hindi na lumaki tong conflict na to. Di ba? So so the team dynamics and organized culture, it improves pag maganda yung communication natin within the organization. Mawawala na yung problema pantaga. Yung lahat ng maliit na problema hindi na lalaki at lahat ng malaking problema hindi na ito tatagal pa. All right? So, it's improved conflict resolution. And then lastly is it will strengthen the organizational culture. This is very important. It will strengthen the organizational culture. They will feel that they are that they have a great leader, and then it will also enhance the employee engagement. It keeps employees informed and involved, which is very important. Alam ng mga empleyado, lahat ng mga team member natin is alam kung ano nangyayari. They inform and they also involve. Sa lahat ng meeting, kasama sila. Sa lahat ng mga activity, kasama sila. And then it will boost the job satisfaction and loyalty. That's why sa mga company, as of this moment, they have an employee engagement. Nagkakaroon ng team building, nagkakaroon ng weekly kainan, o kaya kapihan, kung mahilig kayo sa coffee, di ba? Or meron tayong minsan quarterly outing, quarterly meeting, general meeting, right? So they can feel na there is a good culture. So it will boost their satisfaction and loyalty within our company, right? Enhances employee engagement, right? Are we so far so good, everyone? Are we so far so? Can you please type SFSG? SFSG? Yes. There you go. Earlier, we talked about the impact on the impact on the professional career advancement. And then we also talk about the impact on the team dynamics and organizational culture. Right now, syempre hindi naman pwedeng puro eme lang ni Sir Fer dito. Hindi naman pwedeng puro presentation lang si Sir Ferdy. Hindi naman pwede puro lecture lang si Sir Ferdy. Hindi naman pwedeng puro verbal example lang ang binabanggit ni Sir Ferdy. Yes, we have a case study here, statistic and research finding why this effective communication and collaboration is very important within our organization. Let's start with the increase of productivity. So, based sa company ni McKinsey, right? The companies with effective communication practice enjoy a 25% increase in productivity. See? Right? In effective communication, tumataas ang productivity ng 25% ayon kay McKinsey. One of the benefits of effective communication is increased productivity. Isa-isayin na muna natin to. The benefits of effective communication, first is increased productivity. Next, higher employee engagement. Next, lower turnover rates. Ito yung mga bumababa yung mga nag-resign. And then last, it will improve financial performance. Isa-isahin natin siya sa mga case study na ipapakita ko sa inyo. Isa-isahin natin with this one. Increase productive. As per McKinsey, it will increase 25% of productivity. If we are providing effective communication practices, it's enjoy a 25 increase in productivity. Siyempre, kahit sino naman, if it will increase the productive, siyempre, if you notice that there's something wrong, 'di ba? Ikakascade agad natin. 'Di ba? If you can see a lot of challenges or feedback, syempre tatapusin na agad natin kasi sasabihin natin sa boss, "Boss, may problema sa process at sa policy. Can we do something about it?" Pinag-uusapan agad yung problema bago lumaki. So it will increase the productivity. If there's something wrong, "Boss, there's something wrong on this machine. Boss, there's something wrong with our processes. Pwede ba natin ito enhance?" Diba? Doon pa lang, matitigil na agad or ma-improve na natin yung mga challenges at it will increase the productivity. Mawawala na yung mga barriers, challenges to increase our productivity in our work. Next is higher employee engagement. Ayon kay Gallup, 4.5 times more likely to have a highly engaged employees when leaders communicate effectively. Especially if your leaders is very good in communication. Ba? They are providing you always an update, what is happening to our KPIs, what is happening with our target, what is happening to the company, diba? From negative communication na ginagawa niyang positive para makapagbigay tayo ng magandang outcome or magandang output sa trabaho. So more likely, sabi ni Gallup, 4.5 times ang mararamdaman na they are highly engaged. Kasi nga, yung leaders natin is laging nandyan for you. It will boost our employee engagement. Even though hindi lang sa company to, kahit sa school, yung mga school leaders natin dyan, sa mga non-profit organization, mga social service organization, if their leader is very very effective in communication, yes, magiging kampante ako sa team member. Oh, nasa tama akong leader because lagi akong kinakausap ng leader ko. A good leader will create another. Yes, that's correct, Aldrin. Pag nakikita ko sa Aldrin, wow, ang galing ni Aldrin as a leader. I will be Aldrin next year. Na-inspire ako sa ginagawa niya. Siguro by next year, kailangan ko na mag-step up to become a good leader. You will be multiply, hindi ka na mahirapan kasi you are generating more leaders. That's very important. Thank you so much for that, Aldrin. Next is lower turnover rates. Ito yung mga strategy. What's the benefit of effective communication? The organization with effective communication strategy see 50% lower employee turnover, sabi ni Clear Company. Siyempre, lahat ng empleyado na pinakikinggan ng mga organization. So, syempre, if there's a challenges or barrier, syempre, susolusyonan natin yan. So, bababa ang employee turnover rate as per Clear Company. Diba, syempre, ikaw ba naman, mag-report ka sa subordinate, mag-report ka sa leader mo at wala siyang gagawin doon, di ba? Yung iba dyan, mag-resign kasi hindi ako pinakinggan ng employer ko. Hindi ako pinakinggan ng leader ko. So, I will decide to leave. I will file a resignation or mag-ahol ako. Pero kung pinapakinggan ako ng leader ko, pinapakinggan ng employer ko, diba? It will lessen down the employee turnover. It will lower down the turnover rates. Next is the effective communication. It will improve financial performance. Sabi, if we are providing right communication, it will also link to a 47 higher return to the shareholder. Syempre, if you're providing a good feedback or a good production, if you're providing good KPIs, if you're providing higher sales, you're providing good good numbers, syempre it will return back sa ating mga shareholders. Tataas ang profit natin at matutuwa ang ating mga shareholders, sabi ni Towers Watson. Yes. And then next is it will enhance team performance. Syempre, if you have effective communication, tataas ang team performance natin. Teams with strong communication, it will skills outperform those without by 35%, sabi ni Project Management Institution. See, if you have a strong communication, it will outperform those without by 35%. Hindi mapapansin yung ibang team if we have a strong communication within the team. So we need to talk about the key communication skills. Ano to? Ano mga kailangan nating gawin para ma-enhance natin more effectively ang communication natin? So, overview. So, active listening. As a leader, you need to, I want you to have this. Active listening. Okay, just hang on. To chat. Okay. There you go. And then next is clear and concise speaking. And then I want you to notice a non-verbal communication. Isa-isahin natin to. Active listening. Yes, engaging fully with the speaker to understand their message. And then this is the essential to build trust, ensuring accurate comprehension. So, like us, active listening. So, you need to engage with the speaker to understand their message. If you are confused, if you have question in mind, there's a chat box there that you can ask. Sir Ferdy, correct me if I'm wrong. If I understand it clearly, this is what I learned. This is what we do, diba? And as a leader, if there's a problem comes in, if there's a team member na may problema, you need to listen them first. Diba? Pakinggan muna natin sila. Diba? Kunyari, merong customer complaint, pakinggan muna natin sila. Silly thought. Ayun o, silly thought. We can use proper communication activity to our partner to avoid, iwas away. Grabe. Thank you so much, Aldrin. Yes, active listening. You need to listen to your partner. Kunyari, tinotoyo, tinotopak. Ba't ba siya tinotoyo? Ba't ba siya tinotopak? You need to know what happened. You need to investigate. Hindi pwede kayong mag-clash. Ang ganda ni Sir Aldrin, ha? Ayoko nga dapat ano yan eh. Baka may... That's a good example. Thank you so much for providing. Yes, if there's a conflict, if there's a problem within a team member, if you have a problem with your partner, to avoid conflict, you need to listen what is going on. Sabi nga ni Aldrin, if you have a partner, tinotoyo, hina-high blood, di ba? Diba? Huwag kayong mag-clash. You need to listen first. Active listening. You need to understand where are they coming from. Malay mo talagang may problema talaga. Tapos, nagpataasan kayo ng pride. So, as a leader, as a partner, as a head of the family, you need to listen first. Active listening. And it's essential to building trust and ensuring accurate comprehension. Okay? Napakinggan mo na yung saloobin ng team member mo, yung partner mo, yung saloobin ng mga colleague mo. That's the time na pwede na tayo magsalita. Diba? Okay, I can feel you right now, naintindihan kita. Pwede ko bang i-clarify yung pagkakaintindi ko? Ito ba yung nangyari? Ito yung naramdaman mo? Ito yung naging root cause, di ba? i-emphasize mo. Yan, kung tama yung pagkakaintindi. Kasi naintindihan mo siya. Okay, thank you so much. Actively, next is clear and concise speaking. Yan. Conveying messages in straightforward, easily understandable manner. Wala nang kuskus balungos, di ba? Straightforward, on point, para hindi na umumaba ang usapan. You need to be clear and concise when speaking. Kung ano yung solusyon, sabihin mo na agad. Kung ano yung tamang sagot, sabihin mo na. Huwag mo na pahabain pa. Diba? It's very important to preventing a misunderstanding, ensuring effective information exchange. Okay? Number 1 dito yung mga marites, di ba? Mga marites dyan. They are not, mas pinapahaba nila yung storya. Ito lang storya, one-liner, nagka-problema ang kumpanya, nagka-problema. Isang marites at isang team member, dinagdagan ng kwento. So nagkakaroon ng misunderstanding. Nagkakaroon ng wrong information exchange pag talagang dinadagdagan natin. So you need to be straightforward. Kung ano yung pagkakaintindi mo, make it short. You need to provide a clear and concise when speaking. Okay? Para kung gagamit kasi tayo ng mga komplikadong salita, komplikadong mga sitwasyon, it will give a misunderstanding and it will give wrong information exchange to our colleagues or team member. Okay? So, perfect example here that I'm going to provide is ito yung key elements in persuasion. Si Aristotle ay isang, I'm going to chat it here, meeting with the group. Key elements, wala kasi sa slide ko ito, key elements of persuasion. Tama ba itong spelling ko? Yan, Of persuasion. Di ba? Came from Aristotle. Baka may nakakaalam na nito, Aristotle. Si Aristotle isang ancient Greek philosopher na merong 3 elements siyang sinabi or parang ginawa, hindi man sinabi, parang sinulat. It's the logos, ethos, and pathos. What is logos? This is the key elements of persuasion. Persuasion is how are you persuade or paano hihingkayatin na makinig ang mga listener mo. Diba? Logos means the logic and the reasoning in the message. Yung clear and concise information. Yung very logical, straightforward na mensahe. That's the logos, which is logic. Next is the ethos, which is tayo. Ethos is the character and the credibility of the communicator, which is me, your leader, your parents, other leader, diba? The character and then the credibility of the communicator. So kaganina sinabi ko is logos, which is logic and reasoning of the message. Ethos is the credibility. Ethos. The character and the credibility of the communicator. And then lastly is the pathos. Ito yung emotional appeals, the feeling, the stories, and the vivid images. Diba? So, to persuade, para mahikayat natin ang ating mga listener, you need to know your logos, your ethos. You need to adapt this and pathos. And this very, very effective in communication. Yes. Yun, no? You can search in Google the Aristotle key elements of persuasion. Hindi ko lang nailagay sa slide natin. Next, ito yung mga non-verbal communication using body language, di ba? The facial expression, the tone of voice to support the verbal communication. Diba? So, you mention na meron mga hand gesture, body language, di ba? The facial expression, di ba? Kapag talagang masungit ka, maramdaman ng mga team members, si boss, ang sungit na naman nito ni leader natin. And then kapag talagang tumataas na yung tono ng boses, maramdaman nila na there's something wrong with your communication. It will affect the meaning of it. Diba? For example, I'm going to give you example. I'm going to say good evening in a different tone of voice, diba? If I say good evening, saya, no? Good evening, ganda, napaka-positive server. Paano kung ibahin ko yung tone of voice? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Mukhang galit, no? But same message, pero nagbago yung meaning nung nagbago yung tone of voice. Diba? Very important ng tone of voice, the facial expression, and then the body language. The words or the sentence will be the same, magbabago ng meaning kapag nagbago yung body language mo, pag nagbago yung facial expression mo, or nagbago yung tone of voice mo. It will support your verbal communication. And it's very crucial to reinforce na walang aking annotate. Crucial to reinforce the intended message, understanding the emotion and intention. Yung parang napilitan kang sabihin yung isang announcement pero ang lungkot mo. Di ba? So magbabago yung meaning kapag iba yung facial expression mo and tone of voice mo. It's very, very number one support ng ating mga sinasabi, itong mga tone of voice natin. Rise. Active listening. Going back sa active listening, may pupasok pa rin. Active listening, it will, why it's very important, it will demonstrate the respect and empathy. But if you are a good leader, if you're good to listen to your team member or your to your subordinate or to your students, it will demonstrate respect and empathy. It will reduces misunderstanding and ensure that message are accurate, received, and interpreted. So what's the technique in active listening? You need to pay full attention. Number one yan, guys, ha? You need to focus to the speaker to avoid distractions. Okay? Habang baka yung team member nyo or yung kaibigan nyo nagsasabi ng detalye, ikaw, lagi mong dinidistract, lagi mong tinitigil yung kwento. So you need to pay full attention. Okay? Show that you are listening. Okay, continue. Or response like, okay, I understand. Go ahead. Continue your story. Show that you are listening. Use a non-verbal cues like nodding and smiling to indicate the engagement. Okay? So, syempre, kapag nagbigay ng good news, ngingiti ka. Mag-celebrate. Kapag bad news, syempre, magbibigay ka ng, syempre, kasabayan mo, di ba? Baka nagbigay ng bad news, tapos masaya ka pa, you are not listening. So, next is, you need to provide feedback. So, ipaparaphrase mo kung naintindihan mo yung speaker. You paraphrase it, summarize it, what the speaker has said to confirm understanding. Okay? Boss, leader, correct me if I'm wrong, ito yung minutes of meeting natin. Tama po ba ito? Tama po ba yung prosesong binigay nyo sa amin? Ipaparaphrase mo lang siya. You need to provide feedback. That's very important. And then, we need to differ judgment and response appropriately. Dapat mag-response tayo ng tama to avoid wrong opinions and responses while listening. And wait until the speaker has finished before responding. That's very important. Pag tapos na magsalita yung speaker, doon ka na mag-start na mag-respond. Hintay mo muna siya matapos. Alright? So techniques and active listening, you need to pay full attention, show that you're listening, provide feedback, paraphrase or summarize it, and then defer judgment and respond appropriately. Yan. Paano naman sa clear and concise speaking? Kaganina nagbigay na ako ng ethos, logos, and pathos. What's the tips for clear communication? Be specific to the point. So it must be logic and reasoning in messaging. Focus on the main message. Avoid unnecessary details. Avoid unnecessary marites. Be on point. Okay? Use simple language. Huwag nyo na pahirapan sarili nyo. If your audience is Tagalog, make it Tagalog. If your audience can understand both English or Tagalog, we can do Taglish. Okay? Use simple language. Kunyari, may audience kang Cebuano, may Bisaya, wag mo nang pahirapan sarili mo. Make it Tagalog na lang or make it English. Okay? Use simple language to avoid conflicts and unless complex jargon unnecessary. It's very important, i-avoid natin yung mga jargons. Use technical terms only with the audience is familiar with them. And then last is confirm understanding by asking question. So we need to encourage feedback to ensure a message has been understood correctly. After this, di ba? Any question, ano mga feedback nyo? Yung sa post-training evaluation form, doon nyo ilalagay yung mga feedback nyo sa workshop na to. So tips for clear communication, be specific and to the point, use simple language, avoid jargon unless necessary, and then we need to confirm the understanding by asking question. Magtanong tayo. If we are confused, if you have a lot of question in mind, always ask question. Sir Ferdy or boss, can I ask question in a nice manner? Or kung nahihiya ka magtanong in person, you can email them, you can message them para maintindihan mo. Alright? And then, the 3 elements of persuasion, the logos, ethos, and pathos ni Aristotle. Yan. Tips for clear communication. Ito na yung mga non-verbal communication. Ano yung mga tips? Yes, body language. It includes posture, the gesture, the movements. For example, open a body language can signal receptiveness and trust. So, how I speak, ba? May postura tayo, hindi ako nakaslouch, 'di ba? The gesture, the hand gesture that I'm doing, 'di ba? The body language. That's very important. It's so hard to be a speaker kung you're like a statue, 'di ba? They cannot feel you. If you have a body language, if you have gesture, posture, mararamdaman nila you can feel what you are saying. That's very important. Ang yung nodding, the gesture of her hands, di ba? Medyo makulit lang ako. Facial expression, this is very important. Di ba? As a speaker, you need to be happy, you need to be positive para ma-avoid yung confusion, di ba? Facial expression. Magbabago kasi ang meaning kapag nagbago yung facial expression mo. And then the eye contact, everyone. Di ba? Can you agree? Can you please type I? That if you can feel that I'm looking at you right now. Diba? Even we are on the virtual workshop, I can feel that I can see you. You can feel me that I'm looking at you right now because of the eye contact that I'm doing right now. Diba? Even sa mga public speaking, face-to-face, I'm doing this. I'm looking all the participant, eye to eye. Diba? It maintains the engagement and show attentiveness. It helps build trust and convey sincerity. And then the tone of voice, medyo malakas lang boss ko ngayon, pero so far so good naman yung voice ko, no? So far so good ba ang voice ko? So far, the tone of voice, di ba? It's very conveying the emotion and the intent, such an enthusiasm and the frustration. The tone can affect how the message is received. Pwede magbago ang meaning ng aking mga messages kapag iniiba ko na yung tone of voice ko. So this is the tips of nonverbal or the types of nonverbal cues. Body language, very important. Facial expression, eye contact, and the tone of voice. Create a culture of trust and openness. Lead by example. To become a leader, you need to lead by example. So you need to demonstrate transparency and honesty in your communication. You need to also share your own challenges and successes openly. You need to share what's your challenges para nararamdaman nila kung saan ka nahirapan as a leader. Diba? Also, share your success story, small wins or big wins, di ba? We can definitely open it to our team member. Especially may mga small wins kami, nakapag-close kami na mga client, di ba? Naka-receive kami ng magandang feedback from the client, di ba? Small wins, pero it's big impact to our team. Diba? It will encourage openness, promote an environment where team member feel safe to share their ideas and concern. By providing this as a leader, magkakaroon ng idea ang mga team member mo na magbigay ng ideas and concern. For example, nagbigay ako ng challenges, nag-open ako ng mga barriers ko as a leader, 'di ba? Mapapansin mo na lang na yung mga team member mo magsasalita, boss, ganyan din ako. I can feel you. Yan din nararamdaman ko. So you need to be a model behavior. You need to lead by example. Foster a supportive environment. Recognize and celebrate achievement both big and small. As I mentioned to earlier, mapas-small or malaki man yung wins natin, we need to recognize and celebrate their achievement. Provide support, offer help, and then encourage them to a team member when needed. And then you need to build a relationship with your team member, right? Invest time to getting to know team members personally and professionally. Hindi lang puro work, work, work. Sometimes you need to get to know your team member personally and professionally. Okay? Promote team activity. Ito yung mga collaboration natin. So, minsan mag-get together kayo. May mga team activities. May pa-kape, may pa-basketball, may pa-Mobile Legend, di ba? Something like that, di ba? And then value diverse perspectives. So actively seek respect diverse viewpoints and ideas, especially the LGBT. So you need to respect the diverse perspectives. So we are all people here, right? And then we need to facilitate open dialogue. It's a create opportunity to a team member to voice their opinions and provide inputs. Yan. Then establishing clear communication channels. So we need to define communication method, set guidelines on how when you communicate important information, and then we need to make sure that is very accessible. Accessibility, right? So tanungin nyo, saan kayo komportable to communicate with your team member? Can you please type? Kasi I'm using Viber. What is the most accessible messaging tool that you are using, team? Our team maximizing Viber. Okay, Viber. Thank you, Nika. About other attendees here, Viber then also. Group chat messenger, Telegram, Messenger po. Minsan sa Telegram, natatakot ako sa Telegram eh. Ang daming mga Yes, WhatsApp, yes. Technically, kapag meron kaming Europe, meron kaming kliyente sa Europe, we're utilizing WhatsApp, Messenger, yes. Yes, your team member must have an accessibility to those messaging tool. O nagamit ka ba ng Messenger? Nagamit ka ba ng Viber? Gamitin natin yan to establish clear communication. Yes, LinkedIn can be also a clear communication channel. Yes, after we set the tone in establishing or creating a culture of trust and openness, let's start with the feedback mechanism. So ano ang feedback? It's very important to give and receive constructive feedback. This is very important in effective communication. So hindi pwede dito yung malabalat sibuyas, makarinig lang ng negative feedback, talagang dinadamdam, 'di ba? Ramdam ko kayo, ganyan din ako dati. So why feedback matters? It will continuous improvement. If there's something wrong, at least tinatama na siya sa una pa lang. It will provide opportunities for personal and professional growth. That's how I started, guys. In my training firm, I love feedback. After a workshop, after this virtual workshop, magbibigay ako ng link sa inyo. Bigyan nyo ako ng feedback, negative man yan, positive. Kapag negative yan, kapag may naramdaman kayong negative feedback na ginagawa ko, please do. Para ma-improve ko siya on our next workshop. Diyan ako naging mahusay in this kind of field. Kasi lahat ng maling ginagawa ko before, tinatama ko na siya ngayon. At para hindi na siya maulit. It continuous improvement. And it also enhance performance. And it also build trust. Diba? Demonstrate a commitment to team development and individual success. Build trust. Bakit? Kasi I'm a leader. Kunyari, si Mary Grace. Mary Grace, what's your feedback to me as your leader? Saan ka nahihirapan sa akin? Can you please tell me? So maramdaman ni Mary Grace na, uy, si boss, may tiwala sa akin. Hinihingan ako ng feedback or gusto niyang marinig yung ideas ko. It will build trust to your team member. Types of feedback, constructive feedback. Ito yung gustong-gusto ko. Focus on the behavior, action, provide suggestion for improvement. Next is positive feedback. Ito yung recognize, reinforce desirable behavior, achievement. I love constructive feedback. Positive feedback for me is, andyan given na yan eh. But if I'm going to ask you what's on your mind, if you're seeking a feedback, make it constructive. Yung no sugar coating kumbaga. Alam kong kaibigan kita pero no sugar coating. Can you please provide me a feedback? Bigyan mo ako ng feedback para maging mahusay ako. Para ma-improve ko yung performance ko, ma-improve ko yung sarili ko. It must be a constructive feedback. So what's the method? And implement regular feedback loops. Ano mga pwede nating implement? We can do this, schedule one-on-one meeting. Yan, schedule. Pwede naman virtual. Oh. What's the purpose? Maramdaman nila na, ay, binibigyan ako ng importansya ng boss ko. Meron kaming one-on-one meeting or coaching. Regular interval. Pwede itong weekly, once a month, to address ongoing performance and development. Always do this, coaching. Once a week, once a month, or bi-weekly. Yan. It's very, maramdaman ng empleyado, uy, kinakoach ako ng boss ko. Uy, kinakoach ako ng teacher. Uy, kinakoach ako ng aking colleague. Always schedule a one-on-one meetings. 363 feedback. It collect feedback from various sources like your peers, your subordinates, and your supervisor. Feedback from your team member, feedback from your subordinate, and feedback from your supervisor. The implementation is like survey, pwede tayo magpa-survey, feedback tools to gather comprehensive input and performance for performance behavior. Sa mga company, yes, mga leaders, di ba binibigyan natin ng feedback? Yung mga tao natin, binibigyan din ng feedback. So, ganun din. 360-degree feedback. Ginagawa to ng mga HR, pero as a leader ako, ginagawa ko to lagi. Bigyan mo naman ng feedback. Pati yung aking mga mentor, humingi din ako ng feedback sa kanila. Next, feedback tools. Ang mga feedback tools na pwede natin gamitin? SurveyMonkey, gamit na gamit ang Google Form. Yan. And then, anong advantage nito? It will streamline the feedback process and facilitate anonymous input if desired. So sa survey naman, Hindi naman kailangan ibigay mo yung pangalan mo, 'di ba? Parang yan yung survey mo in general, eh. To give the best feedback tool, Google Forms. It's very easy to use. You can ask Google how to use it. There you go. And then regular team meetings, doing monthly general meeting, provide group feedback and discuss. Let's discuss a team performance and dynamic. What's the approach? Let's have a feedback session as part of a regular team meeting to address collective issues and achievements. Yan. Maganda to sa mga organization. Kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng meeting, lagi niyong pag-usapan to. What's the feedback of our team? What's the areas of improvement? What's the other thing that we need to address? At kolektahin natin ang mga issues na yon at pwede natin pag-usapan yung mga achievements natin.